So I have another video that I made that went over 7 hacks or techniques that I use to try to get better sleep quality. And in this video, I just wanted to do a brief walkthrough of some of the features of my living space that I've implemented to try to make the sleep quality that I get as good as it reasonably can be. So let's take a walk around. Okay, so let's go over to the kitchen for a quick second. Here we have some of my coffee. Coffee is definitely a very popular part of cycling culture, and I know a lot of people have it, every day. Maybe they have a couple of cups of coffee. That's great. Just make sure that you have it in the morning or in the middle of the day, and that you don't consume it too late in the day, because that can disrupt your sleep quality. It'll delay your sleeping and reduce the quality of your sleep. And then over here, so I like to wake up using a light alarm if I need it at all. A lot of times I have the luxury, since I work from home mostly, of waking up just as it naturally gets lighter. But I definitely use that whenever I want to wake up at a specific time. And during the winter when it's foggier in the Bay Area, I'll often use that just because it doesn't get that bright in the morning. So I'll use that to supplement any little increase in daylight that happens in the morning. There are some lights outside that have that create some light pollution in my room. So I have these dark blackout curtains that do a really good job of making it pretty dark in my bedroom during the night when I'm sleeping. And I think if I didn't have those, it would be light enough that my sleep would be disrupted just with the natural environment that I have in here. It would just be too light to sleep, as soundly as I could. Also, I have this fancy little salt lamp, which is fun. Mostly I just use that in the evening because it's dimmable and it has a very red hue. So if I'm getting ready for bed, it's like 8 or 9 or 10 at night. Whenever I go into my room, I don't use my overhead light, and obviously the sun has set, so there's not really much bright light, but I keep it pretty dim and pretty warm colored in here, because again, blue light or broad spectrum light is a signal to your brain that it's not actually nighttime, because it reduces melatonin levels in your body. So as much as possible, if you can avoid exposure to blue light or white light late in the evening, that can be very helpful. So again, use some warm light, try to keep your sleep environment very dark, and if you can, wake up using a natural gradual increase of light in the morning. Hey Charlie. Okay, if we go back into the other room, I just wanted to point out again, so here's a couple devices that, like many of you, I'm sure you use on a regular basis. My handy computer for all of my emails and training plans and producing videos like this. My phone, they're great, they're very useful tools, but like all tools, they can be either helpful or they can hinder you. So one of the ways in which they can hinder us these days, aside from sucking up a lot of our attention or creating distraction at night, they can emit a lot of blue light. So if you don't already have a night mode on those devices, get an app like f.lux or Twilight so that your computer and your phone can automatically shift to a dimmer and redder light spectrum when you go to bed in the evening. Or rather after a certain time in the evening, so that the last couple hours before you go to bed, you're not exposing your body to a lot of bright blue light. And that can be very helpful in allowing you to have more melatonin when you want to go to sleep, reinforce those circadian rhythms, and with that melatonin, when you do fall asleep, your growth hormone production in the first few hours after you fall asleep will be increased, as opposed to if your body is confused about what time it is and there's not very much melatonin in your body. So those are just a few, thoughts on creating a physical environment that enable you to sleep well and have good sleep quality in order to enhance recovery, but also to improve your mental performance, improve the formation of memory and learning overnight, as well as encouraging you to have better emotional well-being and stability in your life. All of those things are greatly enhanced by having good quality sleep. So that's it for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.